I can't wait though so Apple, their first, when they made their whole VR set. I remember their Constellation mode.
Yeah.
I can't wait for them to make or maybe another company or something to make a VR set designated specifically towards astronomy. Like they put
bro, that's like 5 people that'll buy that.
They put Stellarium. Well, at least at least until Stellarium makes an app for VR. Well, I guess maybe that'll be the route they go, because Stellarium already is a niche market of its own.
Yeah.
But they could cater to almost all their customers who would have a VR set by offering this app.
Yeah. No, yeah.
So you just offer this app to the Oculus Rift or whatever, or Apple if they ever allow apps. Because wasn't their whole thing where they won't allow it? They don't have a Netflix app or whatever. Because the only way to access Netflix is by going through Chrome and opening up Netflix within Chrome.
So it wasn't that they weren't allowed. They were just some app developers. They were having some arguments with them because it's Apple. They're always having arguments with people. And then also it's a brand new product, and developing an app for a brand new product is very expensive. So you have to make sure, am I going to get my money's worth out of developing it? So the first gen app support's probably going to be pretty bad.
Yeah.
But the second gen, or if they decide to make a cheaper version of the Apple, which is what Marquez thinks is going to be the next Vision Pro, if Vision 1 sold enough, because it already has the Pro mark on it. So you think there will be an Apple Vision, which may be the next one, should be cheaper.
Okay.
And that one may sell a lot better and will have. I hope they don't go too far on the cheap end, because they have the best display, unless you want to get like unless you want to get one that's like custom fitted to your face and is like meant for is meant for.
Aren't theirs already though? Aren't they already front heavy? Or does it have or is the battery on the back?
The battery goes in your pocket.
Oh, it's in the pocket. Okay.
Yes, it's very front heavy because it's made out of a solid block of machined aluminum.
Yeah.
For whatever goddamn reason.
Can make it out of carbon?
I don't know anything else but a solid chunk of fucking aluminum. Anyways,
can't they 3D print it? 3D print the case?
You could injection mold it like everyone else does. Why it's machined aluminum, I don't know. That's Apple for you.
I mean, it would have a durable feel to it.
Oh yeah, it's super. That's
it
why
would feel robust, but I don't know if that's really necessary.
That's Apple though. It's got to be that way. And and the thing is though, unless you make it out of plastic, it can't get any lighter because aluminum's lighter than frickin' titanium. So, I guess you could theoretically just make things
carbon.
Thinner. Well, I said other than plastics. That's you make it out of carbon fiber. That's a composite material, and it's basically mostly plastic.
Yeah.
Very similar. Very similar. It's long chains of carbon, except there's no hydrogen, which is it's a hydrocarbon, but there's no...
Which weighs it down even more.
Yeah, that's the thing. See, it's plastic without the crap that weighs it down.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just the carbon.
It's plastic without the crap that makes it heavier.
Yeah, pretty much.
The one element that makes it heavier.
Well, no, not the one element, because that's a hydrocarbon. I think it's more like... I don't know. No, yeah, it's plastic. It is hydrocarbon. Never mind. Yeah, it's hydrogen. It's literally made from fucking oil.
Carbon's heavy, man.
No. Hydrogen's heavy, apparently.
Hydrogen.
No, but zooming back out here, we're talking material science. But anyways, they make a cheaper version. I think people will buy. I just don't want them to sacrifice the screens, because they literally have the best screen in a VR headset that's not like some business centric one that each one's handcrafted.
How much lighter would it be if let's say they kept the same size, same everything, Except just built it out of 3D printed material, or just like carbon fiber, whatever.
Well, it would it'd break. It
would break?
I think you would need to still have some metal components.
Why would it break?
Oh, because you would literally do this and it would just fucking break and crumble.
Really?
Yep.
Because of how thin you'd have to make it?
Well, no, yeah, because otherwise it's going to be huge on your face. They also made the front out of glass, so there's that.
How it would break?
It's plastic.
Yeah, but if it's I just think of it as just a shape, and a shape that has stuff inside of it. The idea of you making it sound like it'll just crumble.
Well, the problem
like
is
sand.
The thing is, it needs to be strong. But
carbon fiber's not
don't
strong.
Well, no, okay, if it built it out of carbon fiber, it'll be fine.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Oh, I thought we were just building it out of just normal plastic.
No, well, I originally said 3D printed material, but now that you keep criticizing it, I'm like, fine, let's build it out of carbon fiber.
Oh, well then yeah, that'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Except you'll have to put antenna lines somewhere because carbon fiber conducts electricity, and so it would be a Faraday cage.
So build a little hole with a little...
Also, if it does break, it'll be a dangerous piece of material to have. Because A, you'll have little bits of carbon that'll end up in your lungs, and B, it'll be very sharp. It's also going to be very expensive to make.
Carbon fiber?
Yes.
3D printed would break?
Yeah. Because the problem is, like I was saying, okay, if you want a really tough plastic, like this is really tough plastic.
Yeah.
Problem is, it's really flexible. That's what makes it tough. You don't want flexible in a product. So you need something rigid. But if you make it rigid, it becomes brittle. You'd have to find just the right place. But usually, you don't want to... But usually, you just make the plastic thicker, and that overcomes the problem. Yeah. But then it gets bulky.
Oh.
But then again, this is also very... There's a lot of play with this.
Well, I wonder, okay, so it feels... How much Apple... How much... Alright, so... How much space can be minimized with the case? Like, if I opened up the Vision Pro, how much air space is there?
0.
It's packed with stuff. With lenses and electronics and stuff.
Okay, well, obviously there's air, like, between the screens and the lenses there's a lot of air, but there has to be, because it's lenses.
I always think...
The focal length has to be the way it is.
So it's as thick as it can... It's as thin as it possibly can be.
Well, not necessarily. You can start getting rid of features.
Like what?
The whole stupid front glass thing, where it literally has a screen on the front of it so people can see your eyes. You can get rid of all that shit.
Okay.
That'll make it thinner, and you don't have to make the freaking front out of glass.
Yeah.
It can just be plastic.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's actually one of the things that, I mean...
So if they were to get rid of something on the Vision, if they make a Vision that's not a Pro, that could be a good feature to get rid of.
Yes. That will definitely be one of the things that'll be...
That they should consider.
Yeah. Now, it'll probably be lower res, I would assume.
No, but I was thinking keep same spec, same everything, just limiting specific hardware components.
They will probably have to, I would say, there might be less cameras on it. Less, so that they don't have to pass through anymore. Like you have on the Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah.
They might get rid of that, so that they can get away with putting a slower processor in it.
No, keep the same speed.
Well,
now it's just faster.
But see, the thing is, then people are like, why the hell would I get the? Why would I want? Why? How come I can have all this power that I? The Gen 1 literally has a computer processor in it.
Yeah.
Why not just put like an iPad processor in it, or phone processor?
Keep the same everything. Just get rid of the glass eyeball things.
I really don't know how much more. Well, there's a bit of space because the screens move.
The screens move?
Yeah, so they can get just the right orientation with your eyeballs. Because they scan your eyes and they line it up, and it's crazy what the Vision Pro is able to do.
I was just curious, how much weight could I take off? So first you get rid of all the extra stuff on the front, and then you just put it in a new, lighter housing.
I think you could probably build what you could do if you want to make it light. You'd have to figure out, okay, what would be lighter, titanium or aluminum, for a internal frame to hold all the electronics on, to provide some rigidity to it. Okay, is it worth going to titanium? Titanium does have a higher density than aluminum, but usually you have to add more aluminum to get the same strength. So can I get rid of enough aluminum in exchange for titanium to make it
I was just curious, what if we built the whole thing so it's just one big, what if we just built one big carbon brick, but we cut out holes for the lenses to slide into, so it's just this carbon brick.
That is so... You can't just machine carbon fiber. It doesn't just machine, sir. There's a reason it's like the strongest material known to man. It doesn't just machine.
Machine. Like you just build it, you piece together like Legos or something.
Yeah, no, you don't do that. That would be so expensive and you'd waste so much material. But yes, theoretically, if you could do that,
then it would be lighter. And
it'd be impressively light.
And it would still have the rigidity it needed.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But the way you have to build carbon fiber is that overlapping lattice. So if you want to cut weight, for example, normally if you're you take a piece of material, right? Let's say I have this big open stretch of just bare aluminum, right?
Yeah.
That I'm sticking components on, but it needs to have a certain thickness to it. But at the same time, I don't need a solid piece. So you would cut. You'd have cross braces like this in it.
Yeah.
Because the one side needs to be flat, but the other side doesn't need to be. But it still needs to provide strength, and I want all the strength I can get. You cut, lines into it. Machine lines, and that this is hollow here, not hollow, but if we look at it from a side perspective, this is basically, this kind of look like that, and then you have these little walls every so often, or whatever, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it, because on the one side you need this nice flat piece of aluminum, but it doesn't really matter what it looks like on the inside. Because I'm not attaching anything to that side. But I need the strength, but I don't need but I hate how much weight there is. They do that in rockets, so they machine rectangles out. Whole rectangles of aluminum out. You can show you the inside inside of New Glenn. Oh my god, I can't type like this. Oh my god, I can't. Oh, do they have a photo? I don't want to go pull up Everyday Astronaut's video. Oh, here it is. Let me see if...
A little bright. Can you move your angle so I'm not looking at the sun?
Frickin' Facebook compressed it into oblivion. You can't see it. God damn it. Fine. We'll do it the frickin' hard way. Everyday Astronaut. Everyday Astronaut.
Hi, it's me.
Okay. Here. Aft section, forward section, machine shop. Is this one they go inside? No, it's a different one. Ah, here we go.
Looks like the same thing.
Yeah, well, that's where they got the photo from. He shows it later. More detailed, but I can't. Oh God, this video's so long. I don't remember. Oh, it's in the machine shop. Here we go. Here we go. On these giant sheets. Let's see where the giant sheets go. There's the giant sheets of aluminum. They literally get these giant, thick-ass plates of aluminum in, and then they machine these rectangles out of it. Maybe it's at the beginning. Oh yeah, there you go. See how this was one giant cast sheet of aluminum that they then machined out these big rectangles.
Mm-hmm.
See that?
Yeah.
The people can see it if they're still watching. So this is what I was talking about. So because you need because this is on the inside of the booster, the other side's the outside because you need that to be streamlined for aerodynamics. But then on the inside, we want to have all the strength. So that's what you would do. You can't do that with carbon fiber. I don't think you can machine it like that.
But you could 3D print it like that.
You certainly probably could, yeah.
So if you 3D printed it like that, then it could have the strength it needed.
Probably, yeah.
So that's how we 3D print it. Just like that.
Oh yeah, just like that. Simple as
that.
So simple. Yeah. So simple.
Just simple.
It's miraculous we don't build more things like that. Oh wait, we don't. For a good reason.
And what might that be? But it's 3D printed, sir. Just code the little lines in there and you're good.
3D printed doesn't mean cheap.
It could just use the right material that's cheap.
3D printing is meant for prototypes.
But you're mass producing prototypes.
Why would you want to mass produce prototypes? That's like when they were talking about that rocket company that was going to 3D print rockets.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
It's
Whatever happened to them? Are they still...
I think they're still working on their freaking rocket.
They're still 3D
They were going to... Their big thing was they're going to beat SpaceX with the space with their giant rocket.
Are they?
No. Starship is literally...
Not done.
It's literally ready to go to space.
It is literally not done.
No. The thing is... Starship is as functional as every other rocket is currently.
Mm-hmm.
Because most rockets are not reusable.
Okay.
So as it stands, it is...
Ready to go.
It is, yeah.
It is on the launch pad, waiting for the go.
Actually, it is. They're waiting for and that's not on the launch pad, but they are just waiting for the FAA to give them the go-ahead. Damn,
when is the next launch?
Probably this week or next week.
This week or next week?
Yeah.
Elon hasn't posted about it?
No. We'll find out tomorrow. There's to see if...
On Labor Day?
I have this YouTuber that posts on Mondays. He's in the UK, so I know for a fact he'll post tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. They're probably not affected by Labor Day.
Nope.
U.S. thing.
Yeah, so he'll post tomorrow. Usually the best indicator is when you see the detonator guys come out carrying explosives.
Outside?
Because that's the launch termination system.
Out here?
No. at Starbase, you'll see guys carrying out explosives. That means like we're days away because you don't want just chunks of, I'm assuming C4 lying around, before launch. You do it right. You do it right before you launch.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I haven't heard anything like that, Elon also hasn't said anything.
Yeah, well, that's what I figured. I figured you'd post about it.
It's just the FAA just taking their sweet ass time. They grounded them again, actually, because they had one their booster didn't land properly. We're still not 100% sure what happened, but it went to go land and it blew up. It was its 23rd landing, so like. That's 23 times more any other rocket's ever done. Well, I should say, I mean, Blue Origin's, this is Jeff Bezos here. His company has a rocket that lands, but like, it doesn't go to orbit. So,
his rocket lands?
Yeah. So for orbital class rockets, it's done it 23 times more than anybody else. So the fact that it broke on the 23rd time is like, oh, all right. It's crazy impressive. It's not like... So, but the weird thing is, though, several years ago, the rocket crashing on its landing was not a big deal. The FAA wouldn't ground them. But now the FAA is like, oh, no. That's a danger to society.
Yeah.
You're grounded till you figure it out. Actually, I just learned the FAA is still... Their investigation is still open into the last SpaceX mishap from like a month ago.
Oh, really?
They're still working on that investigation. SpaceX isn't grounded anymore, but they're still working on that investigation. But their SpaceX is no longer grounded. The FAA gave them the go-ahead to go launch, but of course the FAA is still doing their investigation. And God knows when they will close those investigations out. Because they're bureaucrats, and they will take 8 million years before we find out, oh yeah, it's, I guess it's fine. But, it's a mixed bag, because on one hand, you're like, come on, FAA, it's one mistake. But on the other hand, it's like, if the FAA wasn't here, we'd all probably be dead.
Yep, probably.
There'd be planes just crashing all the time. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, I would like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcasts, Fridays, noon, Central Time, and good night.